Last week, Eversource Energy CEO Joe Nolan explained that he is, quote, deeply concerned about the potentially severe impact a winter energy shortfall would have on the region, end quote. He goes on to say that, quote, because of the war in Ukraine, imported liquefied natural gas, LNG, is not available to the New England region in the volumes necessary to meet the winter's needs. And this represents a serious public health and safety threat. Joining us now with the solutions he proposed is Eversource CEO Joe Nolan. Joe, it's good to have you on, I guess, although I wish it was under different circumstances. We've been talking about this potential for more than a year. People say, oh, you're fear-mongering, whatever. We are now at the point of 12 days of diesel in New England. What's the real risk to your customers that one day in the winter there may not be enough natural gas to make the power you need to sell them?
Yeah, thanks, Brian, for having me on. It's very, very challenging times. What's taking place now as we speak, there are tankers down in the Gulf of Mexico. They're filling up with American LNG, and they're leaving for ports around the world, not in America, unfortunately. And then if we want to get LNG in the Northeast, they're coming from Trinidad and Tobago. We can't get domestic LNG moving in and out of the ports. We are going to face some challenges with the electric generation in the region, not natural gas so much, although the pricing is significant. But a lack of fuel for these electric generators is going to pose a problem in the winter months there, January, February, should we hit a polar vortex.
Yeah, and there are projections for very cold weather over this winter. Let's hope they're wrong. Joe, forget about pipelines for now, because pipelines are probably a non-starter for you guys, and it's also a multi-year thing. Let's talk about the near-term fixes and what you proposed. You referenced the LNG going from Houston or Lake Charles or Corpus Christi going to Europe, where they're willing to pay a lot of money for it, by the way, because of what's going on with Ukraine and the war. Do we need an end or a waiver for the Jones Act? So we don't care what ship it is, whether they're from Cyprus or Saudi Arabia, can ship LNG from Corpus Christi to Boston, because you can't do it right now.